one last thing I want to bring out, because the copyright has been submitted and own the copyrights to this idea and this plan. So this has no tie with Sarah. I want to let y'all know that, because Sarah's backed away from it. So she's coming up with her own idea and her own plan. So I'm telling you about a plan I had. The plan I had was going to, if you raise taxes, you're sending businesses running. If you reduce taxes, but the state of California is in, the taxes and the debt is so high in this state that if you reduce taxes and even zero them or reduce them, you're going to crash the economy, and you're not going to be able to recover until businesses start coming back to the state. So you've got kind of an issue there, because then you won't have money until it comes back to the state. Then even then, you're still going to have to start paying off all this massive amount of debt. So, where you lie in and where the problem is when the state crashes and they have to wait for these companies to come back, all you're going to be doing is paying off the debt. You're not going to have money to accomplish anything. So, basically, whoever gets in there and does what they're going to do, if it's either reduce taxes or raise taxes, it's going to be screwed either way. It's going to be screwed either way. Now, granted, when you reduce taxes, you do have a chance to recover, because when the companies come back, you got that tax revenue coming in. That's it. You're not going to get these companies back, because most of them have been done wrong. So they're going to have to see an honest change instead of just a generic Republican plan. So, where we boil down to, and I know I'm saying that a lot. I'm saying the word "so" a lot. I just caught it. Where we boil down to is my idea for an incentive plan. Now, granted, it would be, you'd probably have a little bit of a crash at the front, but the way it would be is it would kind of crash and level out a little bit, if that makes sense, because I wouldn't be getting rid of taxes or reducing taxes, but what I would be doing would be offering an incentive program. So what I mean with an incentive program, think of a rewards program or something like that. So let's say a company pays their employee 25% more. Now, the minimum wage stays at 14, but they pay their employee 25% more. Now, what ends up happening, that employee's making 17 or so an hour, and they are going to go out, most likely spend more money, which then comes back on sales tax. So you make up your tax difference right there. So, and with the incentive program, every time they do something like, let's say, pay their employee 25% more, or they pay for their medical, dental, vision, or they do things similar to what In-N-Out and Chick-fil-A or even some union companies do, they gain benefits. And what I mean is so let's say the business tax is at 8%. Say they pay their employee 25% more. Their business tax would go from like 8 to 7. And then let's say that they pay for medical, dental, and vision. They'd go from 7 to 6. Let's say they hire more employees, 6 to 5. They expand and go into another building, 5 to 4. You get the point. And they can, selectively choose which piece they want to do. I don't want to force them to have to do everything, because then it's not going to accomplish anything. So you want them to be able to control which ones they want to do. Yes, there's a chance they wouldn't pay 25% more, but they'd do everything else. That's true. You can't argue that. But there's a lot of companies going to do the right thing. Plus, we want to have tax credits as well. But this is the plus side. With the same plan, once it would be implemented, anyone making less than $50,000 wouldn't even pay income tax. So all the people out there making less than $50,000 wouldn't even have an income tax rate. So there's a method to the madness. And you would have to look into my incentive. You'd have to look at my plan and my idea and my layout. I have a complete, 42-page economic recovery plan sitting there that I will probably use. And I even got one for the nation as well that I would use. So this is just a taste of the kind of stuff that when I get into politics, you can expect. You're going to see things like that. Because I actually also have the copyright, not just for the plans, but the copyright for an idea for a slogan. And I could probably use a little work, but the idea was sometimes extreme results require extreme
miles. Keep
ideas.
left onto I-15 south towards Los Angeles.
Of course. Yeah, no, sometimes extreme results require extreme ideas. And what I mean is sometimes you got to get pretty out there. Look at Trump with the platinum plan. He sat down with Cube. He sat down with Lil Wayne. That was a pretty extreme idea for the Republican Party. So, could the saying have a little bit of work? Yes, but it's finding a neutral ground. So, I just wanted to say we can do things and we can make things right. So, just keep your head up, keep your head focused. And trust me, the day will come when I run, and there's going to be a lot of things getting challenged and a lot of things getting changed. So, I want you to know, have a good day. And stay safe out there.